Hi my friends, it's Dr. Edith Ubuntu Chan. I'm a holistic high performance coach and a Chinese medicine doctor. Here with another episode of Activate Your Awesomeness. You know, if you've been watching this show for a while, I bet that you are a very sensitive, empathetic, kind, and loving human being. You care enough about the world and about yourself to be devoted to your personal growth and to really give the world your very best. And because of that, I bet that being a sensitive person means that you sometimes encounter people and you can feel their energy being in a certain state. You know, being a sensitive person is really a great gift if we can wield that skill and that power in a positive way. And it can be super exhausting and super draining if you're not totally conscious of that dynamic where we're picking up energies in our environment constantly. I'd love to share with you what works for me when it comes to harmonizing with energies. Maybe there are certain people who are super anxious or super frustrated and angry. And when you interact with them, you know, they're not even trying to do anything to you, but you pick up that energy of anger or frustration or anxiety or fear that you feel with them. So how do you navigate that without desensitizing yourself? Well, some people might say, and those of you who study energy healing, you might have heard of this idea of building up energetic boundaries so that you have a boundary between you and the other person and you don't pick up their so-called negative energy. Well, I tried that for a while and I found that that didn't really work for me. When we build up an energetic boundary, we have to be in a state of guardedness and fear and separation, and by default, that state is where we're not really the best of ourselves. When we're overflowing in compassion and kindness and love and oneness and interconnectedness, that's actually when we feel the best of ourselves. So in my opinion, it's really against our true nature to guard up a wall and feel like we have to build an energetic boundary. What's worked for me better is, instead of an energetic boundary, whenever I feel that energy of stress or anxiety or whatever unpleasant energies, so-called unpleasant energies I'm feeling, it's almost like a temple bell where I remind myself, I really need to stay in my center even more strongly. And we can look at it from a positive way, that that person is here to teach us how to be even stronger amidst that chaotic energy. And isn't that what we all want? The capacity to stay in our center, to be balanced, to be vibrant, and to be full of life, even when life throws us challenges. So just like if you're training for a marathon, you don't suddenly one day go and run a marathon. If there are people that are exhausting your energy in your life, be gentle with yourself, more judicious with the dosage of time that you spend with people that, for now, drain your energy, until you can cultivate that practice so that ultimately you can be amidst people like that and it doesn't faze you at all. In fact, it might even give you energy because you see it so positively as an opportunity to train yourself to stay in your center as best you can. So the approach that I love to take, and I once learned this from a meditation teacher, is instead of setting up energetic boundaries, is to radiate so much love that that goodness overflows and benefits everybody that comes in contact with it. So a simple meditation and visualization that we could do is take our consciousness out of our busy minds and drop it into our hearts. And feel a feeling of love and appreciation and gratitude for all the goodness we have in our lives. And from that state, you might even imagine a heart-to-heart love connection between you and Mother Earth. So you might send your love out from your heart and send it into the heart of Mother Earth. If you have a particular connection with any angels or saints, whatever your spiritual beliefs are, you can also send your love and appreciation to Jesus, to Buddha, to all of the beings seen and unseen, maybe to teachers, mentors, people that have really inspired and uplifted you on your path. So for example, I might have a heart-to-heart connection with Mother Earth, and in a few breaths, I breathe out and radiate the abundance and love of Mother Earth out into my energy field. Maybe I feel drawn to the abundance specifically of the Amazon forest. I visualize the juiciness and abundance of the Amazon forest, and I breathe and I send my love and gratitude, and I poof that out into my field. So with this practice, over time, we get really good at radiating a feeling of goodness and abundance and joy into our field, so that we're not in a weakened state where when we encounter a challenging situation, we can be so easily drained by other people. So this is just a simple little visualization that I hope really serves you. Instead of having to guard and protect ourselves, we radiate goodness out so that other people can catch that goodness and catch that overflow. Another aspect is a small but important attitude change. I remember many times when I'm frazzled, when I'm exhausted, and it's because at that time I wasn't blessed with so many great tools for self-care and an understanding of how I can empower myself to really take good care of myself. So when I interact with a friend or family member who is so-called energetically draining, the image I have is that, wow, this is an opportunity for the new me who's more vibrant, hopefully, I hope, more wise and more understanding, to meet that old me with compassion. If I could time travel back to a time when I was more frazzled, more easily frustrated, more easily exhausted, and easily triggered, what would I say or do with the old me to accelerate the old me to a more expanded, healthy state? And the words kind of just speak themselves. And the compassion just flows naturally like that, because what would I say to myself? I wouldn't yell at myself, I hope. I would be kind to myself and just support the old me with the tools and strategy and support system, and meet that person with understanding. So that's a really beautiful way that we can interact with all the beings in our lives who are just not as blessed, not as lucky as we are, to have been gifted with all these really supportive, self-empowering tools that we have available. One final thing about being energetically sensitive and empathetic is that we don't want to lose that sensitivity. Especially working with clients and patients, supporting them into a state of wellness is really helpful to have that intuitive capacity to feel into and to be empathic for what other people are going through. So the way that I see it is, instead of being worried about picking up people's energies, when my energy field interacts with another person's energy field, I feel that it is actually just information, not good, not bad, but maybe diagnostically helpful, if you understand what I mean. So just like you might walk into a room, it's a warm room, and you go, oh, it's warm. You walk into another room, it's air conditioned, oh, it's cold. You're not like, oh, I don't want to pick up the warmth. Oh, I don't want to pick up the coolness of this air. It's neutral. It's just a slight different energetic quality, and it doesn't affect who you are on the inside. So in that same way, when we interact with other people's energies, it's that neutral thing also. It's like, oh, this person seems to have an energy quality like this. This person has an energy quality like that. And when I meet them with kindness and say a few kind and empowering words, I can feel how the energy quality changes into a more harmonious state. And isn't that lovely? So there you have it. Instead of building up energetic boundaries, we can actually radiate goodness from our fields and meet people with that kind of compassion. I hope this is inspiring and this serves you, and I look forward to hearing how it goes for you. See you next time. everybody, it's Dr. E. Did you like that video? If you did, please hit like and share with all your friends. You can also go onto our website and subscribe to our e-newsletter for free training and nuggets of awesomeness that we only share on our newsletter. Together, let's turn your life into a brilliant masterpiece.